Okay, so welcome everybody to an introduction to MiRO Academy, MiRO's brand new subscription-based online learning platform. Okay, so before we dive into MiRO Academy and what it is all about, I first want to start off with just a brief word about MiRO's training team and what we do. Okay, so first of all, MiRO has a dedicated in-house training team. So myself, I'm a member of the training team at MiRO. Our job is to create trainings, present live classroom trainings, and recently our role has had to shift to an online approach. So inevitably, when talking about this new subscription-based learning service, we are going to have to talk about what brought us to this point. So with the COVID-19 pandemic, obviously that turned us as a department basically on our heads overnight. So with the introduction of the lockdown and with all the regulations behind it, that has obviously forced us to adapt the way in which we teach and which we share our knowledge with you. Now, we acted fairly proactively. As soon as the lockdown was announced, we decided that we needed to spring to action as quickly as possible and adapt to a new way of teaching. So we took on an approach where we launched, obviously, our brand new subscription-based learning platform, but also we started conducting live online trainings. So many of our certified trainings, as well as our 0 to Hero range of introductory trainings, we started presenting online. Now this called for a big or a drastic shift in the way in which we teach. Obviously, most of our trainings were based on interaction between the student and the trainer. And obviously that's a bit harder to do over a video conferencing platform. But nevertheless, the training team, or us as a training team, managed to adapt fairly quickly to this online style of teaching, adjust our practical labs for our certified training to this new style of teaching as well. And then, like I mentioned, we launched our brand new subscription-based learning service, but we will get more into detail on that in just a bit. So just a bit about the training team as a department here at MiRO. So it is our mission to empower and educate our clients in all areas of the ICT space, obviously through certified and non-certified training. And obviously it is our ethos as a department to always give you the best quality training with the most accurate information and also the most useful information that caters to the needs of our training clients. Just the training team or the actual trainers in the department. There's Jacques van der Walt, Jacques with a prolific history in the fixed broadband wireless space, in Wi-Fi, and as well as fiber optics, working as a senior technician at a very reputable internet service provider. So Jacques specializes in SIA training, our full Radwin certification program, as well as a ubiquitous range of trainings, our 0 to Hero trainings, as well as Cambium and BDCom. And we have Hannes. Hannes has been with the training department for a very long time, and he is at the forefront as the most senior trainer, taking care of most of the MiCritic demand for training within the department. And he also obviously holds international certification and recognition as a great MiCritic trainer. Now, Hannes specializes in, like I mentioned, MiCritic training specifically is his main area of expertise, but also in GrandStream, things like LegaWave, SIA, IgniteNet, the entire 0 to Hero range, as well as ZK Techo. Then we have myself. I specialize mainly in ubiquitous trainings, our 0 to Hero trainings, SIA, and then the Cambium portfolio of training as well. And then a bit about the trainings that we do offer as a training department in terms of our certified brand-specific trainings. Now, these are trainings that happen in class with live interaction or instructor-led trainings presented by one of the members of the training team. Everything from Microtech, GrandStream, Ubiquity, LegoWave, Cambium, Radwin, and IgniteNet, with more brands being added to the certified list of trainings as we onboard new brands and as new training is being developed for them. Like I mentioned, these trainings typically took place in classroom events, 1 to 3 day events, or even sometimes slightly longer than that, and included usually practical lab work alongside theory sections to really give you a rounded understanding and practical knowledge of how to use certain products and how to deploy them for different scenarios. However, due to the fact that classroom trainings obviously for a while now have not been possible to conduct, many of these trainings have found their way in a more online style of teaching using GrandStream's IP Video Talk system. We have been able to host these trainings in webinar formats, still with a live instructor-led experience, just in a virtual experience this time. Now, not only has this kept our training staff as well as other staff at our premises safe, but also our customers safe as well during this pandemic. And in addition to that, it has also made these trainings more accessible to a wider variety of people than before. In the past, people were geographically limited in terms of when they could attend trainings. We do have training rooms or training venues at every single one of our branches across the country, as well as in other parts of Africa as well. But sometimes due to timing issues, the people weren't always able to attend the training of their interest due to the fact that we were restricted to single geographical locations. However, with the online style of teaching, our certified, or at least the certified trainings that have taken on an online approach, have become more accessible to more people. Then we have our introductory level trainings. These are in-house developed trainings, so our 0 to hero trainings. Now we have 0 to hero trainings on a bunch of different topics, such as VoIP, Wi-Fi, wireless, IP surveillance, PV solar solutions, fiber optics, networking, and then recently we added an IoT 0 to hero training as well. Now, like I mentioned, these are introductory, very entry-level trainings. These are intended for people with little to no experience within these different industries. It's supposed to be an accessible and unintimidating entry point to all of these different technologies and all of these different training topics. Like I mentioned, these are developed in-house and they are updated as the technology evolves so that they always remain relevant to the various industries. As I mentioned, these are very unintimidating and accessible points of entry to the world of training. So these act as a perfect stepping stone to something like a certified brand-specific training, or to various other training courses, or to simply empower new staff intake to just give them a bit of an easier introduction into the world of IP connectivity. And in addition to our 0 to hero training and our internationally recognized brand-specific certified trainings, we also have some in-house developed trainings as well. These are trainings that are brand-specific but have been developed by MiRO, either due to the lack of training, not necessarily due to the vendor, but also to make the training more suitable for the South African market, and also make it more valuable and cater more towards the trends that we see within the South African ICT industry. As I mentioned, in addition to taking our 0 to hero trainings, as well as our live certified, or some of our live certified trainings, online in a webinar format. We have also introduced our new MiRO Academy subscription-based online learning platform. Now, like I mentioned, it's a subscription-based learning platform that is designed specifically for ISPs and MSPs. Obviously, the training material on there, it does have different applications as well, but the focus was really on developing and creating trainings that are going to be practical and relevant, and building the whole platform in such a way that it delivers a valuable experience to our target demographic, which is ISPs, MSPs, integrator, anybody who really has a use for IP convergence products. Now, with MiRO Academy, obviously during the start of lockdown, development began on the MiRO Academy training portal. Training team got to work designing, developing, recording trainings, refining them, and adapting our existing training portfolio to better suit an online style of teaching. So we haven't simply taken our existing training portfolio, zero to hero, as well as our in-house developed training, and just simply thrown it onto MiRO Academy. We have really tailored these trainings to suit an online style of teaching better. Now, the MiRO Academy training portal also has full pay-fast integration, so signing up for the website, as we'll see later, and registering for accounts and various subscriptions is fairly painless. And then also we provide you with interaction with not only the course author, but also other members of the training staff, as well as other individuals who have taken the course or who are interested in taking the course, or who are currently busy taking the course. Now, in terms of the subscription plans that we offer, there's two main types of subscriptions on offer, being the basic level and the expert level subscriptions. Now, the main difference between the basic and the expert level subscription is the access to our technical brand specific trainings. Now, these differ slightly from the trainings offered by the vendors. The technical trainings on MiRO Academy have been developed by the training team in-house to sort of focus on a specific part of these specific product families from the different vendors. Okay, so we have, like I mentioned, our basic and expert level plans, and then also we have individual plans for single users, as well as multi-user plans as well. So with the basic subscriptions, that includes access to all our basic courses and webinars, provides us access to all of these 0-to-0 courses on MiRO Academy. You will get notified of any new content uploaded to MiRO Academy immediately. And it also allows you the option to upgrade to an expert subscription at any time. Now, in terms of the expert subscription, this provides you access to not only all of the basic and 0-to-0 courses, but it also provides you with a discount on online certified trainings. As well as access to the technical trainings, the brand-specific in-house developed trainings on MiRO Academy, which we'll get into in just a bit. So the small business plan is a multi-user subscription that allows for up to 5 users, which will be created by MiRO staff when you purchase one of these plans. And then in terms of the access level to the various content available on the site, it is exactly the same as with the individual plans. So the main differences between the basic and the expert level plans is the discount on our live certified trainings, as well as the access to the brand specific in-house developed online trainings that are on MiRO Academy. And then we have the big business plans, which allow for up to 10 user accounts. That again will be created by MiRO when you purchase one of these plans. And all the same rules apply in terms of the access level between the basic and the expert plans. So we really try to offer a service or a subscription sort of family that caters to a variety of different people, from the one-man system integrator or the one-man startup ISP to companies that have a demand for training multiple users. We have really tried to cater the subscription-based experience around those various needs. Now, in terms of accessing the course material, like I just mentioned, we have the subscription-based plan, but all of the trainings are also available to purchase as standalone training. So if you do not necessarily want to register for one of the subscription-based plans, you can purchase the Zero to Hero as well as the technical brand-specific trainings as standalone trainings. Now, in terms of the subscriptions, the subscription you can cancel at any time, and the subscription plans obviously give you access to the new content that we upload on a monthly basis at the very least, if not more frequently than that. So the online Zero to Hero trainings, like I mentioned earlier, this is an entry-level course. It is in-house developed and updated as technologies change, and it is the perfect stepping stone to something like certified brand-specific trainings, and it serves as a validation of knowledge and skills. Now, the online Zero to Hero trainings, all of the online Zero to Hero trainings include a knowledge check quiz at the end of the training, which you can complete to obtain a MiRO Academy certificate of completion for all of the different Zero to Hero trainings, from networking fundamentals all the way to voice over IP and PV solar solutions. And in terms of the technical training on MiRO Academy, like I mentioned, this is brand specific. It is in-house developed and updated, and you receive a MiRO certificate of completion when you pass the same or a similar knowledge check quiz at the end of the training. After completing all of your chapters, you will have the option to attempt this quiz. If you successfully complete it, you will obtain one of these certificates. Then in terms of our online certified training, so from brands like GrantStream, where we have our certified training in an online experience with pre-recorded lessons, as well as practical labs where they are required or applicable throughout the course. So this allows you to work through the course material along with the trainer, do all the labs and follow along with the trainer in an online format. And then you have the option of either online or in-class certification exams that are scheduled through MiRO. And then obviously, being a certified training, this also includes the option to, or the ability and the opportunity to obtain an internationally recognized certification certificate. We have our online instructor-led training. So online instructor-led training is, like I mentioned earlier, where we take our existing certified training and we turn this into a webinar-based training where you have live interaction with the trainer. You follow along with the labs with the trainer. You get all of your course material, and it is basically like having the in-class experience, all virtually, all digitally. And then this is hosted on GrantStream's IP video talk systems, IP video talk video conferencing system. So the same video conferencing system that we are using to host IPCon this year. Okay, so next up we are going to get into a live demo of the MiRO Academy training portal. Show you what the site looks like, how exactly to use it, some of the headline training, some of the new additions. Just quickly jump into that. In the meantime, is there any questions that you guys have regarding MiRO Academy, what we do as a training team, what type of trainings we offer, and the process going forward, and what the future outlook looks like for the MiRO training department? Okay, so let's check on Yaku's question regarding MiCritic training on the MiRO Academy platform. So in terms of MiCritic training specifically, if you do MiCritic training, there is a technical introduction to router OS course on the website, which is in-house developed and therefore not internationally certified. It carries a MiRO certificate of completion. However, with the live instructor-led online webinar-based MiCritic, MTCNA, and other various trainings, that includes the opportunity to write the exam at a later date in class and then obtain your certification after that. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at SK's question. So regarding the subscriptions with multiple users. So with the multiple users under a single subscription where we have our small business and our business basic and expert plans, that allows you to register multiple users to MiRO Academy under a single subscription and give them all access to the trainings. So yeah, that is how the multi-user subscription works, unless I'm not understanding your question completely. Yes, Yaku, that is correct. So you do the certification course online. However, the part of the course that carries the certification, obviously with the exam, is done in class. So you do the course content in the labs online and you come into the class to obtain your certification. Okay. Okay, so in order to purchase the trainings, like I mentioned earlier, we do have full PayFast integration. So you pay directly using the PayFast portal on the website. Alternatively, if you are an existing MiRO BP, we can also organize that payment to be made through a regular MiRO account as well. Okay. So next up, let's dive into MiRO Academy. Let's take a look at the interface, what the site looks like, how it works, how to use it, how to register for all of the various plans. So on the main page of the site, so if you navigate to miro-academy.co.za, it will load up with the homepage. Now, the homepage will have news about latest training events, both in-class events, live online events, as well as new additions to our training portfolio. Now, in terms of the main focus points, obviously we have our certified training section. Which will allow you to book and register for certified training events. So at the moment, it is sorted by category, by brand. So we have the Ubiquiti Enterprise Wireless Administrator Training, which is running from Thursday to Friday. It's actually a training that I am going to be running tomorrow and Friday. Then we have the MiRO events. So basically, how this works is you book for the event through the website. So let's say, for instance, I want to attend the MiRO Certified Network Associate event in class on the 21st of September. All I need to do is click on take this course. It will add it to my cart, and then I can check out through PayFast, pay directly using my credit card, and then and then my booking for the course is complete. Okay. Then in terms of the online content, so the pre-recorded video lessons, the on-demand video on MiRO Academy. So under the MiRO Academy courses, we have 0 to hero courses, technical trainings, our live online training sections. Then we also have free webinars as well as sales training from our product management team. So our product management team creates these sales trainings focused around a specific feature of the brand or just general product overviews. And that is quite a useful tool to have in terms of promoting key selling points on certain products, and also just gaining some better knowledge about all of the different product portfolios. So under our MiRO Academy courses, let's take a look at our 0 to hero training. So again, these are our entry-level trainings. They are intended for people who are new to the industry, so not necessarily for people who have been working in all of these various industries for a long time. However, it can also serve as a good reassurance of existing knowledge, or to just brush up on something on some things that you might have forgotten throughout the years of working in the industry. Okay. So here we can see all of our 0 to hero trainings, as I mentioned, are available for purchase as standalone events, and they also are included or are free to use or are available to you if you register for any of our subscription-based plans. So if you register for the basic or an expert level subscription, you will have access to all of the various 0 to hero trainings. So let's take a look at one of the newest additions, which is the 0 to hero RF installer course. Now, this is a course that is designed for people who are new to designing wireless networks. It's a course created by Jacques van der Walt, and it is intended to teach new wireless users how to plan, design, and implement fixed broadband wireless solutions. So it goes through all of the different planning tools from the various brands, as well as best practices when it comes to installation, what types of tools are required, as well as safety practices. Then the next section is our technical training. Now, this is what I spoke about earlier when I talked about in-house developed brand-specific trainings that are centered around either a more general knowledge around the product and how to use it in a variety of different use cases, or focused on a specific feature of those different products. So we have technical trainings on everything from an introduction to MiRO Router OS, to our Radwin specialist training, our Mimosa technical training, the Grandstream certified specialist certification, and then also an introduction to Ubiquiti's Edge OS operating system for their edge routers. And again, all of these courses come with on-demand video that you can finish at your own leisure, at your own time. And then at the end obtain a certificate of completion for that specific training. Now, if you take a look at the monthly subscriptions, this might just make it a bit easier to understand the different subscription tiers. So all of our various subscriptions can, or all of the various monthly subscriptions can be cancelled at any time. So if you want to register for a month in order to try out the platform, then you're obviously more than welcome to do that, and then cancel if there isn't any new content that particularly piques your interest. You are not tied into any long-term commitment in terms of the monthly subscription. Feel free to cancel or upgrade or change the type of subscription that you are on at any time. So again, everything from our individual single user accounts to the small business 5-user, multi-user accounts, all the way up to the 10 user accounts, such as our business expert accounts. Okay, so you want to try out MiRO Academy and see if the platform is for you, or if there's training that you find relevant or interesting or useful to your specific use cases, or the specific type of deployments work with, or your area of expertise, then please feel free to register for a user account on MiRO Academy. All the various trainings are completely free to view. So everything from the Zero to Hero to the technical trainings include an introductory video that explain what exactly is going to be covered in the course, what you can expect in terms of learning outcomes. And you can then feel free to either purchase that training as a standalone training or consider registering subscription-based learning plans. Okay, and I just wanted to mention that we are still definitely very much so in the early days. The platform has evolved and matured a lot. And during that time, we've really taken some of the feedback received from users, experience, improve the quality of the training that we are putting it out, and make it so if any of you have any questions regarding the site, if there's anything specific that you want to see, then you can feel free to drop that into the chat box. Okay, Yaku, yes, that's definitely something that we can take a look at. Let's take a look at one of our Zero to Hero trainings. So let's use one of the Zero to Hero trainings as an example. We can see what kind of look and feel there is to the trainings, how the questions are presented, what type of content there is. Obviously, you won't be able to run through the entire training. So let's take our Zero to Hero RF installer, our newest addition to the Zero to Hero courses. So in order to register for the course, all you need to do is navigate to the course of your interest, go to take this course. It'll either add the product as a standalone item to your cart, or if you have registered for one of the subscriptions, it will should automatically grant you access to that device, to that course. Okay, it just seems like there's something. Okay, let's jump into one of our other Zero to Hero trainings. Seems like this newly created user account isn't allowing me access to that specific one. Let's take Zero to Hero Fiber as an example. Also want to mention that if there is a specific demand from you guys for a specific type of course or a course centered around a certain topic, then you're obviously more than welcome to share that with us, and it is something that we can definitely add to the roadmap as a potential training to add later on down the line. Okay, so after enrolling for a course, obviously, like I mentioned, with the introduction videos are all free sample lessons. So you can go through the introduction, see what the course is about before deciding whether or not to purchase it or to opt in for one of the subscription-based plans. It is completely up to you. Okay, and this is basically how the course is presented. After the intro video that follows with various modules focused around certain topics. All of the courses have a free form design, so you can browse through different sections of the course if you want to. You don't necessarily have to follow it in a strict order. And then after you have completed all of the lessons in the course and you've marked all of your chapters as complete, like I mentioned, you will have, some of the chapters have sub-chapters that you need to mark as complete. And then obviously you will have your certification quiz at the end of the training. If you guys have a specific interest in one of the courses and would like to see a preview of the course before deciding to opt in for it, please feel free to reach out to us, and we can definitely make a plan to organize something like that for you. Okay, surely that shouldn't be a problem. We do that for you in the meantime. Is there any other questions that I can answer you guys in the meantime? Let's just check. Yes, you should be able to use a Visa card to make online payment for the courses. Again, if you are having troubles making payment for any of the courses, please let us know and we will look at alternatives for processing payments, whether it be for an individual training or for one of the subscriptions. Okay, so in terms of duration, that varies from course to course. In terms of the amount of on-demand video, there's usually anywhere between around 40 minutes for the very short courses to 2 or 3 or even more hours of on-demand video. And obviously these video sessions are fairly condensed and crammed in order to make them not make them excessively long, to obviously save data costs, save on data costs for users who don't have access to fixed broadband connectivity. So 2 to 3 hours of on-demand video content quickly turns into a few days of actual training when you do it hand in hand with the labs in, let's say, for instance, some of the technical trainings. In terms of electronic training materials, that is something that we are looking at implementing and are starting to implement into some of our trainings, especially when it comes to lab exercises. We have found, and the feedback has been, that it is sometimes a bit difficult to follow along with lab exercises without a lab guide reference and having to pause the video. In the meantime, if any of the existing training that you come across has anything, or you feel like you need additional resources for that course, reach out to us until we have a system implemented to provide electronic resources. But it's something that is busy being implemented, and you will see training material being added to all of the various courses as we progress. Okay, are there any further questions apart from wanting to see the test? Okay, just to update you guys, or for those of you who are interested in picking up a subscription or taking a look at some of the standalone trainings, we do currently have some very exciting trainings on the way, such as our BDCom technical training, as well as our zero-tier IP surveillance training, which is making its way onto MiRO Academy within the next 1 or 2 weeks. So be sure to keep an eye out for that if those are of interest to you. And also we will be, like I mentioned earlier, constantly updating both the trainings themselves as well as loading new trainings onto MiRO Academy for you guys to use. Okay, so after completing all of the various chapters, there is still some optimization that needs to happen on the site to sort of speed up the loading of the pages. However, when you are actually into, when you actually get into the video lessons themselves, they load fairly quickly, and there isn't much in the way of stutter or lag at all. It's just loading the front end of the pages. I want to show you guys that it's not going to happen mid-lesson. Okay. I think it was Yaku who asked if he can just take a look at what the quiz looks like and more or less how it is structured. So the quiz length is dependent on the quiz itself. The more quiz material there is, the more content we make available to you guys. So the longer the video training itself is, the longer and the more comprehensive the quiz is as well. I believe at a minimum, there is 20 questions to each quiz. And this is basically how the quiz is structured. You don't need to complete one question and save an answer permanently before moving on to the next. You can move throughout the course, you can move throughout the quiz and answer the questions independently as well. Okay, so again, if any of you are interested in taking a look at MiRO Academy, if you have any further questions after the presentation, please feel free to drop us a mail at training@miro.co.za, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys might have, as well as, like I mentioned, future trainings that are coming to MiRO Academy, as well as our plans moving forward with the more relaxed lockdown regulations, how we are approaching the slow return and gradually adding live classroom-based training back into our portfolio. Okay, thank you so much. That is very nice to hear. Okay, if anybody has any additional questions regarding, like I mentioned, MiRO Academy or the training team in general, please feel free to either ask them now, or like I said, you can send us an email at training@MiRO, and we'll be more than happy to answer them. Yes, Yaku, there is a benefit to having one of the expert level subscriptions. If you have the expert level subscription, you will have a discount on the internationally recognized certified trainings. So when booking, when you are, when booking for one of the live certified trainings, our training coordinator will just make sure that you guys on your MiRO Academy subscription, and then you will enjoy the discount that goes along with that. Okay, I believe the discount is 50% at the moment for the certified trainings for being an expert level subscriber on MiRO Academy. Okay, if there are no further questions from you guys, then I want to wish you guys the very best of luck with the platform going forward for those of you who are planning on using it. And I want to thank you guys, obviously, for your time and for attending this introductory session to MiRO Academy and the MiRO training team. Yes, you guys are more than welcome to go home. Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that, Alan. Yeah, for those of you who have managed to stick around to the end of my presentation, I know it might have been a bit of a bore. If anybody can tell me what is the latest addition to our Zero to Hero trainings that I mentioned at the start of this presentation, as well as when you looked at the interface of the website. The first person who can give me an answer to that, you will get a 3-month subscription, an expert level individual subscription to MiRO Academy. Okay, it looks like Alan was paying attention. Okay, so Alan, please be in contact with us, like I mentioned, training@miro.co.za, and we will get your voucher to you. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. I believe that is it in terms of time for our session today. Again, any further questions, please feel free to send us a mail at training@miro.co.za.